It's just taking back the sovereign power over your own mind and the power that you have to choose the frequency that you exist in. And I know it's difficult. Don't identify with fear, don't be afraid, or don't identify with anger, don't be angry. But it's difficult because there's, circumstances we're attached to this, so something happens and there's a reptilian cortex in your brain that literally is like the fight or flight mechanism, and it doesn't think, it just reacts. So when something happens and you react in a very fearful or negative way, and then maybe afterwards you're like, why did I say that? Why did I do that? It's because you didn't think. That literally the reptilian part of your brain just reacted. It's taking the time to cultivate that within yourself. Cultivate taking some time to be present in the moment and think, don't react. Don't become so reactionary, because that's how you usually create in a frequency that you don't prefer. You're creating in anger, you're creating in fear, you're creating in jealousy, because of attachment. Cultivating that within yourself. It's choosing to operate on a higher frequency band. Tangible things you could do right now to start taking your sovereignty back, taking your power back, is to stop watching television. Because they want you just, numbed out, desensitized, watching a program. And they want you just, shutting off thinking and just letting it in, which is it's really detrimental to a sovereign, free-thinking, righteous, maverick being. Just allowing stuff into your mind, because this is it's a more subtle plane, but the mental plane is extremely important. You have to be very conscious and very careful of what you allow into your mind, because it plants little seeds. And through the spiritual practice, through the spiritual unfoldment and awakening, you'll be doing something, and then something will come up that you didn't even know was there. It was planted deep in your psyche, and it'll take you off your path and take you out of alignment with your truth. And it's just cutting that right now. I'm not saying all television is detrimental to your spiritual awakening, but a lot of it is. And then on the physical plane, not putting anything poisonous into your body, because that distorts how the frequency of God comes in. If you put something in here that's designed to damage this thing, it's going to damage the way you transmit reality. Obviously, make sure that your water is extremely clear and pure. Just eat very, very clean as you possibly can. Don't worry about money so much. That health is your greatest wealth. It's very important to put the highest quality food in your body. It's unfolding. You'll know what not to put in your body, and because your intuition will be up. Because you'll be healthier. You'll be more awake. You'll be more conscious of everything. You'll do something and you're like, oh, that doesn't feel right, because you've identified with your true self, which it's always solid, it's always there. So whenever you do something that's out of alignment with that, you'll feel that. You're like, okay, I can't do that anymore because it's out of alignment with my truth. And then you'll move back into alignment and you're like, oh, I feel so good, I feel so powerful, I feel like alive and awake and conscious and aware, and I just got to keep doing things that keep me in this, on this path. And then the more and more you do that, the faster and faster you vibrate, the faster and faster you ping, your consciousness pings from heaven to earth, from God to ego. Faster you're bridging that gap, you're bringing heaven to earth. Of why you incarnated on this planet. It's we needed you to bring the frequency of God, the frequency of unconditional love, and ground it into the earth. That's the work that we all are here to do, to fully illuminate ourselves and then heal others, and then bring in the frequency of God, your natural state, your true self, and ground it into the earth. Realize that they can't control you, that you are the uncontrollable, that the only way they can control you is if they can get you to believe that they can control you, which is you identifying with the illusion of control. You're infinite, you're spirit, you are. That's your natural state. And the higher you vibrate, the more you'll just be in awareness of that all the time. And it takes practice, it takes work. You have to do it. It's a path. It's an unfoldment, infinitely evolving. Maybe you'll choose to densify your consciousness again to help other people. because that's, it's what you are. You're love. You're here to spread that. It's like it's not that easy. It's not that easy to come to a planet like this and to completely submerge yourself in ignorance and darkness and completely identify with such a limited lens, and to remember what you are, who you are. Even when there's beings that literally poison you at birth and program your mind at birth and program you through your whole life so that you stay, solidified, you stay in the box, and yet you still rise back up to your truth and your awareness, and you live with it and you shine that, and you've integrated that into the limiter, and you can help other people. And that's what we're here to do. They have no real control over you. It's only the power that you give them. That's what you remember, that you give meaning to everything. Like the moment you place meaning on it, that's what it means for you in your reality. Legitimately, nothing has any built-in meaning. It's like, that's your gift. You give it meaning. So if you give something negative meaning, that you've demonized it. You've made it negative in your reality, and now it's going to have a negative impact on you, because it's all you. it's all you. For me, in my reality, it's all me. In your reality, it's all you.